Hello, students, and anyone else who may be watching from home. This is Mr. Borges, and today we're going to be starting our next part of Minecraft. So here we are. We've got a new button for part 16. I'm going to go ahead and click on that one. And it's going to take us to our repeater world. I know this isn't the right kind of repeater. I don't know if you ever played Plants vs. Zombies. There was a repeater in that game too. It's the same word. It's a different kind of thing. So we're going to learn about the repeater in Minecraft. Now, here's the video you're watching right now. Here's where the example photos will be for your portfolio. You'll be able to click on them and see my example portfolio that I'm going to create right now in the video. Then we have our assignment checklist, like always. So you're going to download and open the new world for part 16. I'm going to go ahead and start downloading that right now. What you're going to do is you're going to build the two sides. We're going to see what those are in just a moment. You'll take photos with captions of both the sides. Export your portfolio, which is how you save it as a PDF. Then you'll return to this page and submit the PDF of your portfolio. Right? When you're in student view, you'll have a little button up here to start the assignment. You'll click that. It'll take you down here. You'll have a button to submit your assignment. Make sure it throws candy and says that it was submitted before you were done. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on our world. They're just downloaded. And that's going to send it off to Minecraft. The Minecraft knows what to do. I'm going to pull it over into this window. And if you're not logged in, this is when you would get yourself logged in. And we talked about that before. I was already in a world, so I'm going to click OK. And here we are in Repeater World. Now, Repeater World has two sides. We're going to learn two different aspects of the repeater. Right, so here we are, right? So repeater world side 1, and you can see there's some instructions here about repeaters and how they work. There's an example circuit over here and space for you to build one over here. Then there's this other side. On this side, which is part 16 continued, there's more to do with repeaters. There's another example over here. Something, and I didn't finish this on purpose. You can see that neither one of those lights is lit up. Right, you're going to use repeaters to get them to light up, and then build your own over here. Build your own easily lit up without a repeater. Needs a repeater to get lit up because it's so far away, and then an example that shows that being too far away will not be lit with a repeater. So you'll have to fix one of these to be that other example. Right, you're just going to basically break somewhere this redstone dust and put a repeater in there. And you can experiment around with to figure out where you have to put that repeater to get that lamp to turn on. Okay, so over here, we've got a number of repeaters set up, and I want you to build something like this. And we've talked about power sources. You don't have to use a button. If you want to do something else with a pressure plate or a lever or a tripwire hook or something else, you can try that out. But what I want you to note, and it might not show up that well if you're watching this video over Zoom. So I suggest you watch this video in YouTube yourself. When I click this button, what you're going to see is every one of these lamps is going to turn on and everyone's going to turn off, but they're going to turn on in sequence. When that happens, and then they turn off, in the similar way. Off, like that. And what I've done is I've adjusted the timing of each one of these lamps to have a different timing. I've done that with repeaters. Repeaters, one of the functions of a repeater is it has a built-in delay. It's not instantaneous, it's not instant. When a signal arrives to one side of a repeater, it takes some amount of time for it to come out the other side. Right? Anytime there's a signal like that. So how long that signal takes to get out, it's going to depend on how you have your repeater set. So I can kind of show like this. If I click this button, let's do it without a repeater. You can see what would this be like without any delay at all. I click the button, the light turns on right away. I notice that the dust turns off before the lamp turns off. That's normal because the lamp has a little bit of a built-in delay. It doesn't instantly turn off. instantly turns on, and then it stays on for another tick after the power's removed. Now what I can do is, you can see that that lamp's turning on the same exact time I'm pushing the button. Now if I put a repeater in here, I don't change the settings on it or anything else, it's going to be subtle, but when I click this button, you have to watch fast to see this red light turns on before this red dust. I wouldn't even look at the lamp yet. Look at this red dust right here and look at this red dust right here. And you'll be able to see, very subtle, choop, 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 choop. Do you see that? It's hard to see because one tick's not very long, but I can make it longer. I can make it 2 ticks now. So now when I click this, watching the dust, it's easier for me to see now. It goes doop, 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 doop. You can see when I push the button, this lights up right away, but the lamp doesn't light up till a moment later. And I can do even longer. So this is 3 ticks of delay now. Now it's noticeably click, 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 click. Noticeably delayed, and then this is 4 ticks. This is the most delay you can have on a repeater, which is quite a bit slower than we started out. Doop, 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 doop. Click it again, it just goes back over to the 1 tick position. There is no 0 tick position. Repeater always has some built-in delay into it. So what we can do then, to get the hang of these delays and how they work, is we can build something like this. So here I have one signal, it's powered by this one button. It goes to a bunch of different places. I'm going to build something like that in that space over there. Then, of the different spaces that you have, if this signal went too far, so we're going to count how far it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Travels 10 blocks, which is fine. Redstone signal can travel 10 blocks. But it's limited by how far it can travel. You're going to find out about that when you do this side over here. Right, so it's limited by how far it can travel, so be mindful of that. You don't want to have to build this side so long the signal can't reach to this, and then you have to put other repeaters in here just to make it reach, because that's going to mess with the timing of the thing you're building. And what I mean by the timing of, this is demonstrating this is 1 tick of delay, and there's a repeater here set to 1 tick. Next one is 2 ticks of delay, and the repeater set to 2 ticks. Here we've got 3 ticks of delay, repeater set to 3 ticks, 4 and 4, right? To do 5 ticks of delay, we've got to do 2 repeaters. This one's set to 4 ticks, this one's set to 1 tick. Together that's 5 ticks of delay. To do 6, I need a 4 and a 2, or I could have done a 3 and a 3. I could have done a 3 and a 3. That would have also been 6. And then getting to 7, I'm going to need 7 ticks. I'm going to need a 3 and a 4. Or it could have been a 4 and a 3. Would have been the same. So it got me to 7 either way. There's only one way to do 8 with 2 repeaters. That's the 4 and a 4. And then there's 9. Now 9, there's lots of different ways to do 9. It looks like here I did 4, 4, and 1. That's fine. You could have done 3, 3, and 3. There's more than one way to do it. It's not just one right answer. You need to make sure that this comes out to 9. And then again for 10, there's more than one way to do 10. It looks like I did 4, 4, and 2 here is how I did mine. And back off here, when you test this out, you'll be able to see the lights all line up. They all turn on in sequence, and they all turn off in sequence. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Right? I'm going to have some of you share your world so that I can see exactly what's going on with this. And then what I want to do, although we're not there yet, what I want to do is see if in the new version of Minecraft Education Edition, they've built Flipgrid right into Minecraft Education Edition. It's integrated so that you can now. We already know about the camera. When you're done building this, you would use your camera. Take a picture of what you built. Yours is going to be over there on the stone, so I'll know it's not mine. Take a picture of what you built. Oh, mine didn't fit. That whole thing fit. Now I'm going to go to my portfolio, delete those extra pictures, get a good caption for this one. I'm just going to call this repeaters. And then you're going to do the other side and then export this. But what you would do is you'd have another device, you'd have another way that you could record video. And I don't know if it's going to go in your portfolio or not. I'm not sure how. It might just go straight to Flipgrid. Might just go straight to Canvas to get turned in. I'm not sure exactly. It's something I want to find out more about, and I'm not sure the next version of Minecraft Education Edition is going to have that. So I want to test this one with you guys as soon as that's available so that I can see, you can show me that in a video. That's what I would want to see in a video. Okay. We're not there yet, but that's coming. Then over here, you can see I've got some levers. They're powering some redstone dust, and it powers for some distance. I'm not going to count how far that was. I want you to figure out how far that is. Here you can see that this one's powered. You can see because there's a little particle effects over here. This one's powered. This one's powered. There's some barely any particle effects on it, and this one has no particle effects. This block right here is not powered. Right? Power got to it. If I put a lamp here, the lamp will turn on. But if I go one further here, the lamp will not be able to turn on because this dust is not powering it. So, right, one of the things you can do with the repeater is you can boost the signal. Right, so you can get this signal. The signal only travels so far. We want the signal to travel further. What we need to do is, this is the furthest. Remember, I could put the lamp here and it would still turn on. So that's the furthest that I can turn something on. I'm going to turn the repeater on here. Then it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and then boom, comes on in full strength again. It's like an amplifier. Right? So they call it a repeater. You can put it in every once in a while to keep repeating your signal. There was full power over there, and then now it's like we're starting over with full power again, the repeater. Okay, and now I'm powering my lamp. So this is a demonstration. I want you to build something like this, right? Over here, over on your other side, side 2, build something simple like this. You just turn something on and on if it's close. And then demonstrate for me how, if something's too far away, you can't power it. And if you do the same thing one more time with the repeater, then even though it is far away, you can power it. And that's the big idea, and I want you to build one of your own over there so you get a better idea of how that works. You're going to take a picture of the thing that you built. You're going to get it a better caption in your portfolio, export that. Take note of where you save these things, right? If I click save right now, it's going into my documents folder. If I want to save it to downloads, that's fine. I can do that, but remember where you save it. If I save it to downloads, then when you go back into Canvas, you're going to be able to find your file. All righty. So that's it for this one, folks. I think for some of you, this is going to be really quick, but it is going to give you some practice figuring out how repeaters go and putting things together, right? And you're basically doing a little bit of Minecraft math along the way, right? So that's it for this one, folks. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.